This is Good Evening San Diego.
Another top story we're following for you today. A preliminary hearing began to determine if there is enough evidence to put Larry Millete on trial for murdering his wife, Maya. The Chula Vista mother of three, as we know, has not been seen or heard from for 2 years. Prosecutors claim the couple's marriage was falling apart. KUSI's Teresa Sardina, she is live in the studio with day one of this preliminary hearing. Good evening, Teresa.
Good evening. The hearing just wrapped up for the day. This is just the preliminary hearing, not a trial, no jurors, just witnesses. KUSI was inside the courtroom today listening to the testimonies. I'm not going to give any background again on the entire 2 years of the investigation from when Maya Millete went missing and when Larry was arrested. We're going to take you through the whole process of the hearing. Here's part of day one.
What really happened to my sister, and just let us know the truth.
Mary Chris Droulet, Maya Millete's sister, speaking with KUSI on the first day of the preliminary hearing. 41-year-old Larry Millete of Chula Vista charged with murdering his wife Maya, mother of three who has been missing since January 7th, 2021. A judge will determine if there's enough evidence for Millete to go to trial for murder. In downtown San Diego Wednesday in Judge Dwayne Mooring's courtroom, first prosecution witness on the stand, Destiny Johnson, a legal assistant from Broad and Law LLP in Chula Vista. Johnson receives a call from Maya January 7th at 1:55 p.m., the day she went missing.
As we were talking about it, I asked the question, if there was any history of domestic violence. She said that there was nothing reported, but she did tell me some things that made me a little bit concerned and wanted to get her into an appointment.
Johnson describing the 20-minute conversation of Maya wanting to file for divorce.
The fact that she had mentioned that she was afraid of the behavior that would come if it was, found out that she was seeking a divorce. The fact that she didn't have any access to money. She wasn't feeling safe to come to our office in person.
Maya didn't want him knowing until after their Big Bear trip for their daughter's birthday, the weekend of the 8th. Maya shared she and Larry were separated before.
She did not want to do the appointment in person because she was afraid that, she would be followed. She had some concerns in regards to the behavior that would follow if it was found out that she was filing.
An initial intake form was submitted. Maya filled out the forms and had a phone appointment with an attorney January 12th, Tuesday. Broad and Law sent a follow-up email that Sunday. No response. Maya didn't make the appointment. The time missing flyers were circulating.
But I was told by my boss that there was some issue with whether or not Maya was missing. And so I just wanted to call the Chula Vista Police Department and let them know that I had spoken with them and kind of give them our conversation.
It's not the first time any district attorney's office is prosecuting a murder case without a body or a crucial piece of evidence.
Discussing the case with Fakas Bajaj, trial litigator, as Judge Mooring will be hearing testimonies to decide if there will be a trial. And if so, what are the punishments Larry could be facing?
So you don't have to have direct evidence. Circumstantial evidence is just as powerful. So when you look at a case like this, we determine whether there's any other rationale, any reasonable interpretation of the evidence, as the jury will be instructed, that could lead one to believe that anything other than murder happened in this case. It's not only going to be a challenging case for the defense, but also for the prosecution. It is an eye-opening case that outlines a trend that we're seeing throughout the United States, which is jealousy, domestic violence, and unfortunately the opportunity that leads to murder, as we see in this case. And this is why we see the district attorney's offices throughout the nation pushing so hard for murder charges that could have been based on domestic violence. And we know that domestic violence was present in this case by the prior allegations raised by one of Maya's friends early on who may have been a recipient witness. It's a challenging case all the way around, but ultimately, whether there's going to be death or life in prison for the defendant in this case is a decision I think no jury or judge would welcome in any way, shape, or form.
The preliminary hearing will resume tomorrow, and we're told it can take up to a few weeks. And we do know that the Millete family will be testifying, and KUSI News will continue to follow the case.